Hey.
I know.
Can you see okay?
Oh, yeah. All ready? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. We love Fresno! This is, sorry, you got a live mic, Jim. Okay. We're good? Let's get this party started. You think I'm going to say something about Fulton first, but I'm not. 50 years ago, there was the first international broadcast in the world. That's what makes it international. And the people that were given the microphone for the first international satellite broadcast were the Beatles. And what did they choose to do with that moment with the microphone? They sang, "All You Need Is Love." So I think of that when I get a microphone, like I have right now, to focus on that as the core message. So I'd like for all of you to do right now, when I count to 3, is say, "I love Downtown Fresno," and we'll share this microphone together. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I love Downtown Fresno! My name is Craig Sharp, and I'm very honored to be with the Downtown Fresno Partnership, and I'm very honored to be up here with you today to celebrate this very historic moment. Downtowns are very special because they are the part of the community that has room for everyone. And it's the place where everyone, regardless of what their neighborhood is or what their rural community is, wherever they happen to be, they can come together and we can all mix as one people.
Not the homeless.
Yes, including the homeless. Every color, ethnicity, rich and poor, gay and straight, grandparents and grandchildren, sinners and saints. It belongs to all of us. And it doesn't just belong to Fresno. It belongs to Clovis, Madera, Kerman, Hanford, and Lemoore, Huron and Mendota, Selma, Fowler, Kingsburg, Sanger, Reedley, every part of the Central Valley. This is our urban core. This is our urban experience. But today isn't the finish line. It's the celebration of an incredible project and an important investment in our downtown. But today we are at the starting gate. There's a lot of work to be done. We have buildings that need to be filled. We have room for new businesses to come in. Then everyone has a role, including all of you. As much of your time and as much of your investment as you put into these businesses will dictate the speed at which this revitalization will happen. So the city has done a huge part. The contractors have done a huge part. The Downtown Partnership has played a huge role. But now it's up to all of us. And you know how hard this job is going to be? It's going to require that you come down here and eat good food and drink good drink and hang out with your friends at an outdoor cafe and do some people watching. It's a difficult job, but I know you can do it. So in a minute, I'll get to our officials. But I quickly want to thank some of the people who've made a direct contribution to this effort. The Fresno Housing Authority, Donagy Sales, Wells Fargo Bank, Fresno Equal Opportunities Commission, Carpenters Union Local 701 and Drywall Lathers Union 9083, Edis, Travis, and Tony. Jeffrey Scott has done all of our graphics and our map. And I'd like to thank Hillary and Elle from Heron Jaguar and Fresno Acura for helping us orchestrate our VIP portion of the parade. All right, I'm looking, Mark. I'm looking where I'm supposed to go here next, and I guessed right. I'll be back in a little bit. But now I give to you one of the crucial votes to help make this project work, who then has become our mayor, and he is excited to tell you about his story with this special place. Mayor Lee Brand, everyone, give him a big Fulton Street welcome.
What a great day for autumn, huh? Well, good afternoon and welcome to the grand reopening of Fulton Street. This is an historic day for the city. It is also back to the future for me because back in 1964, the city had a grand opening for the Fulton Mall. I was only 15 years old and one of the many people who showed up that day to see this new vision of Fulton. 53 years later, Fulton Street and I are both older, wiser, and ready to go back to the future to start a bold new endeavor for the heart of downtown Fresno. You've heard it said that every great city has a great downtown. And today we can proudly say, Fresno is a great city. And we have set the stage for success. We have taken the best practices of other cities that opened their pedestrian malls to traffic. And the end result is Fulton is open for business. Since the day the council voted to open Fulton Street in 2014, over $100 million has been invested in downtown. Fulton is open for business. We've seen young professionals coming to downtown to live, work, and play because there's more to do and even more on the way because Fulton is open for business. One more time. Fulton is open for business. Just imagine the excitement of surrounding us today. And can you imagine what Fresno will look like downtown in 5 years? Live entertainment, parades, parties, baseball games, soccer matches, bringing thousands of people downtown. More housing, more retail, more restaurants. A downtown on the rise is a city on the move. We are ready for everything our future brings us. There are many people today who deserve recognition for their hard work in making the Fulton Street project happen. I don't have the time to name every single person, so I'm going to name those people who put their heart and soul to make Fulton come back to life. I'm going to start off script and name Mark Standriff and Craig Sharton for the great job. Give them a hand for organizing this event. My city manager, Wilma Quam Schechter, Fulton is her baby. Bruce Rudd, Scott Mosier, Randall Morrison, who saw this project from start to finish. And a second notice for Craig Sharton and his predecessor, Aaron Blair, for the Downtown Fresno Partnership. And Congressman Jim Costa, who did all the heavy lifting to bring the federal funding to fund this project. My fellow council members, including Oliver Baines and many agencies that provided support, including Fresno County, Caltrans, High Speed Rail, the Governor's Office, the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Chamber and Nathan Ali, the Carpenters Union, and the building trades. And finally, to Juan Mejia and Eric Purnell from PG&E for investing $4.7 million in supporting programs. All these people, all these organizations made it possible that we're here today. But last, but certainly not least, I want to thank one person who had the passion and the drive to get everyone to say yes, or almost everyone, on Fulton Street. My friend and downtown's biggest cheerleader, Ashley Swearingen. Every great civic project has three things that need to be done: a bold vision, legislative support, and a commitment to implementation. Ashley provided the first two, and she did it with style and grace. And Ashley, the city of Fresno is forever indebted to you. It'll be up to me and my administration to implement the vision of Fulton Street, and I can promise you that we are ready. We're increasing the security to protect our investment. We're making it easier to open new businesses. We're adding new technical innovations. And most of all, we're honoring those businesses that stayed the course on Fulton, and by identifying the support they'll need as the downtown environment changes. Downtown is poised for a renaissance. And my hope, my prayer, is that we can restore Fulton Street as the heart of downtown. Ultimately, history will judge the success of our plan. My strong belief is that 10 years from now, downtown and Fulton Street will be a vibrant, prosperous place. In 1964, I would have never imagined myself being here today, and words cannot describe the immense pride that I feel as being the mayor of Fresno and being part of this historical event. I believe in Fresno. I believe in downtown. One more time. I believe in Fresno. I believe in downtown. Thank you.
All right, you heard downtown's biggest cheerleader, my friend, and a great leader, and a person with a gigantic heart for our community, former recent Mayor Ashley Swearingen.
Thank you. This is a remarkable moment, and one that has been literally decades in the making. I'm so glad that you are all here today to celebrate this rebirth of downtown Fresno. And I too want to start with some thank yous, and Mayor Brand is right, it's impossible to name everyone. This has been a Herculean effort that has literally taken every minute of every day for almost 10 years. I promise my list of thank yous will not take 10 years, but there are some people who I want to make sure and recognize for their contributions for bringing our city and our region to this significant moment in history. And I want to start also with the Downtown Partnership. You know, the property owners that surround this area put their own money on the table to provide matching funds for the federal and the state grants that we got. In addition to that, we challenged Kate Borders, who I believe is here, visiting us from Tempe, Arizona, to get 1,000 people into living rooms and office rooms and conference room across the city in the years leading up to the vote to compel them to see the vision for a different downtown Fresno. Kate Borders, thank you for your work. Alongside you, we have the incredible SC2 team from the Obama administration, led by Scott Stolman, Suzanne Haig, Sarah Nusser, Gretchen Moore, who came here for a year and is still here 5 years later, helping to make Fresno and the Central Valley an incredible place. All of those people are why we are here today. The Obama administration, Jerry Brown and his administration, it was an incredible alignment of federal, state, and local people, all trying to make the same thing happen. And guess what? When that happens, we move mountains. So my thanks to those former office holders and to the Brown administration. To our congressional delegation, Congressman Jim Costa and Senator Feinstein were the two people in DC who fought for this project. We're here today because of their support. We would not have been to this moment if we couldn't have convinced at least 4 people on the Fresno City Council to say yes to receiving the funds and to moving this project forward. When we started the vote count, we had 1 vote. After many hundreds of people filled the council chambers, and after years and years of work, we ended up with a supermajority of support. And ultimately, all the council members, even those who weren't originally on board, were like, yes, we're saying yes to Fresno. So to all of my former colleagues on the Fresno City Council, thank you. To the thousands of Fresnans who packed into living rooms, into conference rooms, into office buildings to watch this video and to hear about how Fresno could transform if we started from the inside out. To all of you who then filled the council chambers on February 27th of 2014 wearing those really ugly orange t-shirts. To all of you, you are the reason we are here today. To the city team who led the charge every step of the way, former city manager Mark Scott, to Bruce Rudd, to Scott Mosier, our public works director, to Doug Sloan, our legal team. We could not have been here if we had not gotten through a number of legal challenges. To Craig Sharton, who has played a role literally in every facet of this project for quite literally decades. To Elliot Balch, who pled the case to the federal government to actually get the Tiger Grant. To Wilma Kwan Schechter, who was at the helm in every way, and now today as a city manager. All of these people are why we are here. And last but certainly not least, I saw him when I got out of the car, Randall Morrison, Assistant Public Works Director from the City of Fresno, who managed this project from start to finish and has done an incredible job. You know, when I reflect on what this project means, you know, Fulton Street was never really about just downtown Fresno. Fulton Street, in all of its beauty today, the restored artwork, the sculpture, the water features, the gorgeous downtown buildings, the sidewalks that perfectly match the original concrete, all of that is important. Don't get me wrong, I love the physical aspects of this project. I love this public beauty that we see before us. But in my opinion, Fulton Street has always been about so much more. When I look at where we are today as a community, I can say that Fulton Street has taught us three things. It's taught us that as a community, we can take on a difficult challenge. We can take on the project that everyone says, you can't get that done. The places where we fought for decades and believed we'll never get resolution, we'll never find a path forward, well, guess what? Fulton Street was the epitome of that project. And yet we took it on, and we found a path forward, and it ought to be a lesson to us and other aspects of our community that we can take on difficult challenges and we can overcome them. Number two, Fulton Street to me is all about a restored vision, not just for this 6-block area, but for the entire city of Fresno. You know, one of my favorite sayings that I heard when I was mayor and that I relied on almost every day is this: vision gives pain purpose. It was a little painful along the way to get to this moment, but you know what? When you know where you're going, you can endure those challenges, you can overcome them, and you can fulfill the vision. So Fresno, let oxygen fill your lungs today. Let our city be renewed with vision for what this project represents. And then lastly, Fulton Street has taught us about persistence. And we've learned that nothing that is worthwhile is easy. And we've learned as a community that the presence of criticism and the presence of cynicism should not mean the absence of action. You can keep going even when people are mad at you. And you can keep going even when people are telling you that you're wrong and dumb and stupid. It turns out those are just words, and you can persist. So Fulton Street, you are that and so much more to me. In closing, you know, no one believes, on my team, on the brand team, no one has ever believed that Fulton Street was an overnight fix for Fresno. We all understand and recognize that we have continued challenges, that we've got to face them, and we've got to make our city center vibrant again. But today, we pause. Today, we pause to celebrate a major step forward for downtown Fresno. Tomorrow, we'll wake up and we'll redouble our efforts, not just for downtown, but for Chinatown, for Southwest Fresno, for Southeast Fresno, for Central Fresno, where hundreds of thousands of Fresnans call home. It's for them and for future generations for which we work, we make sacrifices, and we do hereby rededicate Fresno's historic Main Street, Fulton Street, in the city of Fresno. Thank you, God bless you, and have a great time tonight, and keep coming back down to your reborn downtown Fresno.
Next, I'd like to ask not only this area's congressman, but he's been a downtown resident for decades and has always been on the downtown bandwagon. And it's great that he gets to see the results of his hard work coming to fruition. Our friend, Congressman Jim Costa.
I like those drums. Good afternoon, Fresno. Don't you love it? Are you excited? Isn't it a great day to be here? Absolutely. Gotta choreograph this better. You know, this is a day that we all share. And to hear Mayor Brad and Mayor Swearingen and my buddy Greg talk about all those who took part. It is fitting and appropriate that we recognize that effort, because we know that only when people come together can you take on a difficult task. And when people come together, good things happen. And that's what we're celebrating here today, a community effort that was long in the making, but today, like every journey, it begins with a first step. And today, as the mayor said, back to the future, it's back to the future, but it's back to reminding each and every one of us that we share far more in common in this community than whatever divides us. And when we understand that, we collectively can make a difference, right? So as Ashley said, this is not overnight going to turn things around, but it's that first step in the journey in which many said this cannot be done. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, it has been done, right? And we're here to prove it, right? Young and old alike, the breadth and the width and the mosaic that makes up this great valley that is reflected and represented in this city of Fresno that we love. And that's why we're here. We're here to thank the city council members, present and past. We're here to thank the incredible leadership from our two mayors. We're here to thank the business community, the Downtown Association, the Fresno Chamber. You know, in 2013, Ashley and I brought Secretary Fox here to the Mariposa Street portion of the mall. And we said, you know, Mr. Secretary, I've told the president, and now I'm telling you, Fresno needs this $16 million for the Tiger Grant. And we need it not yesterday, we need it today for tomorrow. And we got it. So, you know, you were 15, Mr. Mayor, when you were here. I used to ride my bike illegally in 1964 when they were constructing the mall. And I thought it was a fun place to ride your bike on. But times have changed, and we're changing with them. And this is a renaissance. This is a revitalization. This is an opportunity for us all to take this first step, this journey into tomorrow, where we know brighter days will lie ahead for each and every one of us who are willing to do our part. And after all, that's what this celebration is all about today. It's not just the dedication and the ribbon cutting of this successful opening of the Fulton Street, but it's also an awareness that great things lie ahead, and together we can make those great things happen. Go Fresno, right? And go Dogs tonight. Absolutely. We love Fresno.
Now it's my honor to introduce our representative for District 3, which includes beautiful downtown Fresno, another great friend of downtown and mine, Councilmember Oliver Baines.
Good afternoon, Fresno. You know, I promise that my remarks won't be long, because really everything that can be said has been said. So I will take a moment to just reflect on this day, because I remember where this started. I remember when Ashley Swearingen talks about having one vote. I think it may have been me where it started at. I don't know. I think it was me that shared that vision. And listen, let's be honest, this is a great day, and there are thousands of people here. We're all celebrating. We all feel good. But I'll tell you, not in the too distant past, this was very controversial. This is a very controversial issue to bring traffic back to Fulton. It was a very controversial issue to believe in downtown Fresno. Believe it or not too long ago, people did not believe in downtown Fresno. Today, we believe in downtown Fresno. And I'll tell you, it wasn't too long ago where we weren't sure about that. But I'm going to tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of something bigger, is that we didn't believe in Fresno. And I'm going to say that again. We didn't believe in Fresno. We didn't believe in downtown. We didn't believe in Chinatown. We didn't believe in Southwest. We didn't believe in Central, the parts of our city, because we didn't believe in Fresno. We do now. We do now. And it's not over. This is the beginning. And what I want to share with you all today is there's a transformation happening in our city. And we are living in these times right now. We are living in these times. We are marking these points in history right now. I can remember when people would come to my office and swear to me that no one will come to downtown Fresno. I can remember when people would tell me no one will bring a business to downtown. The private sector will not invest in downtown. That people did not want to come to downtown. I remember those days. They're very clear in my mind. And I can tell you that I wasn't 100% sure if they were wrong. I wasn't 100% sure they were wrong. But I had to believe in Fresno. I had to be an incurable optimist and love this city and love where we're going and know that we will not stay like this forever. We had to know that. And so I'll tell you on that day in February of 2014 when we took that vote and the City Hall chambers were packed and there were orange shirts and I think green shirts or something like that, it was a tense day. It was a landmark moment in our city. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe with all my heart that that was the moment when we turned the corner. It is the moment when we decided that we do love Fresno. And the policymakers had to decide that we love Fresno. And although it wasn't every single one, the mayor's right, a super majority of the policymakers, the Fresno City Council decided we love Fresno. You all helped us get there. And so I'm going to say this. This is the beginning when you think about high-speed rail coming just around the corner. When you think about the amazing investment of the transformative climate communities that came to downtown, Chinatown, and Southwest Fresno. When you think of all the synergy, all the private investment that's happening right now, we should be proud to be in Fresno. We should be proud to be in Fresno. Proud. So I'm going to conclude my remarks on that note, the pride of being a Fresnan. And all of you should have that pride of this moment and mark this moment in time. Because this is the time when Fresno decided that we loved itself and we were proud of each other. Thank you.
And now we're going to have the parade of dignitaries. Oliver's colleagues on the Fresno City Council, we'd like to welcome across the stage Councilmember Gary Bredefeld. Come on through. All right. It is the parade of dignitaries. Councilmember Steve Brandow. Councilmember Luis Chavez. Councilmember Esmeralda Soria. Representing State Senator Andy Vidak, Felicia Hanna has a proclamation for the mayor. I can only read two words from there, and they are Fulton Street.
Senator Vidak would like to thank the City of Fresno, Mayor Brand, former Mayor Ashley Swearingen, and everyone else involved who helped reopen Fulton Street. Thank you.
Thank you. Alexis Moran, representing Councilmember Olivier. Matt Rogers from Senator Feinstein's office also has a proclamation. What's that? Kamala Harris, excuse me. I'll blame whoever wrote this instead of my ability to read this.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful afternoon. On behalf of Senator Kamala Harris and our entire staff, we want to thank each and every individual, from our former mayor who led with the vision, Mayor Swearingen, to each and every individual who had a role to play, to the construction crews who worked so hard to make today possible. On behalf of the senator, thank you. You can be proud of the work that you have done. And I can assure you that you also have a senator who believes in Fresno too. So on behalf, thank you. On behalf of Senator Kamala D. Harris, it is my privilege to present to the city of Fresno this resolution this afternoon. Thank you very much.
And we do have Kristen from Senator Feinstein's office with another proclamation for our mayor.
Good afternoon. My name's Christina Solberg from the office of Senator Dianne Feinstein, and it is an honor to congratulate the city of Fresno and the entire community on her behalf. And thank you all, everyone, for your collective efforts and hard work to make this project a reality. Thank you.
We have Fire Chief Simonius here. And we have a whole bunch of other people to thank. Just get your thanking gears ready here. I'd like to have, if you are on the Downtown Fresno Partnership Board now or have been, raise your hand so you can be recognized by our beautiful audience. Michelle, Sabak, I saw many of you out here. Thanks for investing in our downtown. Our incredible Downtown Fresno Partnership staff has been working around the clock for the last several weeks, putting in place every harebrained idea I could come up with for this celebration. And I'd like to first have you, no, we won't do that. I was going to have you thank them for not killing me during this process, but we'll skip that. Let's thank them for all their hard work. Downtown Fresno Partnership staff, current and present, including Kate Borders visiting from Arizona. To put on this event tonight, we have over 300 people from our community who have volunteered. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. I see Will Lyles from Lyles Diversified, who owns American Paving, who did this work. Our local contractor won the bid, thank goodness. If you are with American Paving or any of the incredible subcontractors or any of the locals that worked on this project and turned out this beautiful, beautiful downtown, raise your hand so we can give you a big round of applause, please. Your workmanship, your craftsmanship came through in everything you did. I'd like to especially thank Steve Poindexter and Val Huerta, who are on the job every single day. And I'm going to call out two subcontractors, and I don't think you'll mind. I'd like to thank Sculpture Conservation Studio, the team led by Andrea Morris, for the incredible care and restoration they put into our beautiful art exhibit. And I'd like to thank California Waters for rebuilding our fountains from the original blueprints. Using new materials and new equipment, they will be better than they ever were before. I'd like to thank Stefanos Palazoides and RHAA, both the urban designer and the landscape architects that put this project together. Let's give them a big round of applause. And with that, I want to introduce to you a real live downtown property owner and business owner and a supporter of this project all the way through, and another great friend of ours, Mr. Raul de Alba.
Wow. Talk about pressure after all these wonderful people. Fulton Street is open for business. Yes, it hasn't been easy, but we're here. I thank God for this opportunity, for putting us here today. I thank you for coming. They mentioned everyone who's been so supportive of this project. We really want to thank you. My name is Raul de Alba. We are from the De Alba family. We have Jalisco Jewelers. We've been here 28 years. My sister next door, who's somewhere here, has the Alba Travel next door, 25 years. Los Panchos Restaurant, 25 years. So, by the way, the patio is almost done. They're going to start their patio next week, so that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, thank you for the support. Passions Boutique next door, my sister. So we're like a big family of brothers and sisters. We're renting a hall today to celebrate after this. So thank you for coming. A great city needs a great downtown. I see it now. This is the beginning to a transformation of a prosperous downtown. So this is gonna be great. It's beautiful. Nowhere in Fresno or even near Fresno will you be able to see these historical buildings, the art, all the trees that were planted. They took out some, but they planted more. So that's great. That was good. The fountains, how about the fountains? Have you guys seen them? Wow, that's awesome. They look beautiful. So what I would like to ask everyone here today that, first of all, thank you for supporting this project, for coming today. But see, we all have Facebooks, right? So take a photo today of a nice photo at Fulton Street. Share it with your friends. Let's promote our Fulton Street. Let's promote it. There'll be plenty to do, I promise. It's a very safe place. We've been here 28 years, so we know. And this is going to get a lot better. So please support our Downtown Fresno, our Fulton Street. And let's continue with the celebration. The party continues. Have fun. I just want to say something in Spanish real quick. Bienvenidos a todos. Gracias por apoyar al centro de Fresno. Fulton Street está abierto. And where's my soccer fans? I'm your soccer fan. I love soccer, so thank you. Thank you all. And last, I just want to thank our mayor. Thank you, Oliver. Everyone. Mr. Costa, Ashley. It was a pleasure being with you in this project. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Have fun. And if you need jewelry, visit me.
Our closing speaker for this portion of our event, I'd like to welcome Dr. Joaquin Arambula, our Assembly Representative for Downtown and all of South Fresno. Thank you.
You know, I came with my wife, and so if the crowd could help me to identify where she is. There she is, okay. You know, she told me when I was thinking about what to say today not to do what I'm about to do, but I am a Fresnian. I'm a proud resident of the same zip code where I grew up in. And this community means something to me. It's personal to all of us here today. Because when I was 6, I came to Fresno to grow up right there in the Helm building. I grew up on this Mariposa Mall. I believe that this community gave something to me, and I am proud to come here as we open up Fulton Street. But she asked me not to read spoken word. But that is what I am going to do for the first time in my life in a public setting. I am going to do it because I believe that sometimes you have to be bold and take a vision and follow a plan and have a dream. And so right now, my dream is to tell you what the spoken word is. When opportunity knocks, you don't send anyone to get it. Answer the door, welcome it, let it in or regret it. They said if you can't beat them, you join them. I said forget it. Because once you join them, you're building a ceiling the way you're headed. Be American. Express how you feel and take the credit. Don't settle for 87. Go premium unleaded. Be leaders, believers in yourself, and mean it. I mean, you only get one shot. Take it or leave it. Fresno, this is our chance to rise up. This is our chance to be proud of our downtown and our community and to set some roots. because we're growing families right here in the central San Joaquin Valley. Because this is a wonderful place for us to raise our future generations, and I am so proud to add my voice to yours today, to be a proud Fresnan who's proud of our downtown and everything that we're doing. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for believing that we can be the change that we want to see in our world, that we can make a difference in our democracy and participate and make a difference with how our community looks in the future. Because right now what you will see is that we are building an infrastructure in our communities and putting people back to work. That people will build a pathway out of poverty, and we are doing it firsthand. So thank you all for coming out here today, for supporting Downtown Fresno, and believing that we can be the change we want to see in this world. Thank you all.
How was that for the big finish? Woo! All right, we want you to stick around all night and have some fun. Thank all those volunteers wearing their bright yellow shirts. Thank all of our businesses that have stayed open and endured. Thank our pop-up businesses who've been working to make it a special place for you. Thank all of our bands who have contributed their time and are playing for free to be part of a celebration for their community. Thanks to Mark Rivera and Vince Warner for coordinating all of this music for us to enjoy all evening long. And that's how long we want you to be here. This is our downtown. This is our big step forward. This is our night. I want you to enjoy it, soak it in, stand up for everything that's good in this community. And to finish on the note that we started, one more time, I want to hear you say, I love downtown Fresno. I love downtown Fresno. All right, we're going to have a little ribbon cutting out right over here by where the police officers are. If you can move a little bit out of that way, our incredible ambassadors from the Chamber of Commerce are going to put out a green ribbon that matches our beautiful banners designed by Sir Zandberts Rosa. And we're ready to roll. Then get ready to drag the mane. It's clear out a little bit. Officers, clear those guys out of there, will you? The ribbon's headed your way.